Alzheimer's very well could be the future healthcare crisis of our nation. And as we see our healthcare budgets dramatically expand, as we see healthcare costs being the single biggest driver of our national deficit, and with an aging population, this is not a problem that's going to disappear. Alzheimer's related costs have risen 46% over recent years.
The National Institutes of Health are really the National Institutes of Hope. And the more funding there is at the National Institutes of Health is the more hope that people will have, that a cure will be found to Alzheimer's. Research is medicine's field of dreams from which we harvest the findings that give hope to families. Congress can provide that funding.
Well, there are so many moving parts, and when you consider what you've got going on legislatively, what you've got going on in the executive branch within the federal agencies, and then what you've got going on in the academic world at both public and private institutions, to get everyone on the same sheet of music is extremely important, so that we're all working towards the common goals. Yeah, you want to let 1,000 flowers bloom, but at the same time, you do want to have someone who's tending the garden so that something doesn't wither for want of water.
Congress can play an absolutely crucial role, and here's how. Right now, for every dollar that we spend caring for individuals with Alzheimer's, we spend only a penny on research. That simply does not make sense. So when family members and other advocates talk to their senators and members of Congress about the need to increase funding for research, they are plowing the road toward a day when we can find better treatments, a means of prevention, and ultimately perhaps a cure for Alzheimer's.
The Alzheimer's Association has been like the flagship in leading and in encouraging, especially federal action, particularly in Congress and at the executive branch, and have been very effective, not just lobbying, but getting members of Congress and local government people, health practitioners and the like, all on the same page that we need to do much more with regards to Alzheimer's. It also is very helpful for those who are dealing with a loved one who might have Alzheimer's, support groups, which are very, very important, dealing with the emotional trauma that is associated with discovering all of a sudden my wife doesn't know me anymore, or my dad or my mom can't remember my name, and it gets progressively worse. The Alzheimer's Association is there as a pillar, and it really provides stability and helps so many people.